Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Crate Expectations. I'm here with Sarah, and we're going to talk about only GAC today, I think. Right?
Great. I had a fantastic week.
You did. You actually might. This might be the week that I could actually talk you into doing something like that, actually.
It's true.
The,
If
the
you were
one
gonna
week.
pick a week, it would be this one.
It was a cool week, actually. I saw you do a lot of cool stuff. So, how are you today, Sarah?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh,
You
I'm
know,
good. I mean, you do know because we've been talking before this, but yeah, I'm doing well enough. If my computer, if my equipment would actually work, it would be good. Which is what he said, I guess. But what I
dear.
meant my computer, of course, but and my video. But anyways, what do we got going today, Sarah? What's on the crate,
The
so to
crate.
speak?
The crate menu.
Right. Well, yeah, I was gonna say what's on the plate, but you know,
Right.
there's a lot of you knowing today, apparently.
There it is. There's not a lot of news, like current events wise, to go over. A couple of things, but nothing crazy, I don't think.
Okay.
Um, Speed GAC, pack to Speed GAC that I definitely will not win at. Pack review,
Hmm.
viewer questions, character review, which I'm pretty excited about, and then a roster roast.
Oh yeah, are you gonna
Yeah.
Canadian roast them?
No, this one's good. I already looked at it.
Oh really? You pre-gamed.
I did.
You're
I'm
ready to
prepped.
you're ready to get judgy?
I don't know if it'll be your level of judgy, but it'll be significantly more judgy.
That was that was a tremendous amount of judgy just now, actually.
I'm pre-gaming.
Yeah, that's not okay. It's okay when you do it to other people.
Noted.
Ah. Okay, so let's talk about news.
Yeah. Conquest is back. And
I tried to
uh
find a smile for you.
I know. You tried. It's like a grimace that looks like oh man. I'm blanking on his name. That kid in and now I'm
this
blanking on the movie's name. He
this
does the
this
truffle
is really
shuffle.
helpful.
He does the truffle
Oh, in
shuffle.
the Goonies?
Yeah, that kid in the Goonies. What's his name? You know who I'm talking about.
They're all kids, aren't they?
Yeah, but only one of them does the truffle shuffle.
You're right. I don't know. I forget. It's been a long time.
All right, so back
I
to
look like I look like
GOC.
him? Are you kidding me?
No, I meant like the face you were making.
Rude. Wow, you really are pre-gaming. Honestly though, I feel like when I talk to you, like you're just like constantly pre-gaming. Like this your whole life is led up to this roster roast.
Maybe
Like all of our discussions.
we'll find out in the second half.
We will.
Okay, but they did an update last week and they added nodes to the shipments, whatever,
Hmm.
the regular shipments store. So all of the stuff that we're used to buying for credits is now 2 rows down, which was dumb. Yeah,
I can't. I'm not smiling much today.
I
This is
know.
rough. Uh,
Uh,
this is the dumbest thing
did you
ever.
did you buy anything by accident with your crystals?
Well, Sim did. He's the guy who runs my Prevail Man account,
Right.
and so he did. He spent 100 crystals on something I didn't need,
Mhm.
and I mean, he spent like 640 crystals of his own on his own account. So
Ouch.
otherwise, the thing about this is I just barely log in to the game these days, and so I very rarely go to buy those things. I should. I openly acknowledge. I have so little time. It's like I'm so busy creating content for this game. I can't play this game. So
The irony.
I know, like I spend way more time talking about this game and discussing the theory and stuff. But here's the thing: at the end of the day, like yeah, it's a little bit ridiculous that they're doing this. Like tons of people misclicked. They're giving refunds, so it seems like they genuinely wanted to switch what they were doing. But I hate it.
I just don't understand why you couldn't have added it 2 rows below.
Well, because they want to remind people, hey, like go like there are things you can buy with crystals. Because some people just click those 4 rows, those 4 whatever the buttons, and then they move on.
That's what I do. I click those 4
Right.
and move on.
So you're the reason why, Sarah. You're This is why we can't have nice things.
But I also spend my crystals. I don't hoard them.
It's fine, but I think they want you to spend them faster.
Well, if they gave me more of them, I would spend them faster.
So as a light whale, I think this is actually a light whale friendly thing because
Mhm.
I've seen like second sister shards and stuff up there and also
Really?
down below. Yeah, I think
I'm
so.
seeing like Jolie and HK47.
Maybe I'm just taking crazy pills, but I thought that that's what I saw.
Um, I heard, and I don't know if this is actually true or not, so maybe you would know or someone else would know. I heard that they're like tailored to your account or to where your GP is or something like that,
Mm,
which sounds more complicated than what they would be able to do.
I think that's false because right now it's offering me 32 shards of armor,
Mhm.
32 shards of Krennic, and low gray, which I've used all of those characters to unlock things with 7 stars. So I don't need those. The only shards that if it was tailored to me, it would just be well. Now it's nothing. I don't think they could sell me shards
Mhm.
that I could actually that were relevant. But like they should sell me gear in that case if they could actually customize it. I don't think they're doing that. I think that's just
I don't think they are either. That was just what I was told.
it's a fun story.
It is a fun story. I just looked at mine, and it's Range Trooper, Jolie, and Kyle Katarn. So Kyle's the only one I could actually use.
Right, but you could get some shard store currency.
Yeah, but why would I spend crystals to get shard store currency? Why wouldn't I just spend the crystals to buy the gear?
Why are you arguing this? that wasn't a serious argument. It's okay.
Um, uh,
Uh,
the only other thing that's happened this week is apparently the TIE Echelon is way too strong. The First Order ship that's in the Galactic Chase, and it's countering Executors.
I mean, I thought it was going to be a threat to counter him anyways. So, like, just reading the kit, it seemed like
Right.
it. So, it doesn't really surprise me. What
So,
surprises me is how surprised they are.
right. So it's doing what the kit says it's going to do.
Mm-hmm. And
And
they're like, oh, go ahead.
it's working as intended, basically. Like that's what I'm understanding. It is working as intended, but they did
I
not
think so.
intend for it to counter Executor.
So, they even put out a statement when they released these things. They said, to be clear, we don't want this to counter Executor.
Right.
I don't know how you miss this. Like so every once in a while something gets past them, right? And they're
Right.
like, oh crap, we had no idea that Night Sisters would screw us again. Like,
That damn DACA zombie combo.
yeah, yeah, like we guys, trust us. We had no idea, and we're like, yeah, we get it. You're clueless, but
I just envisioned like the scenes from Scooby Doo, them pulling like unmasking
yeah,
bad guys. It's DACA
yeah,
and
it's
zombie
Doc
every
and
time.
Zombie under the hood every time together. They're like, this is an uncomfortable hood. Yeah, it's a good point, but
Oh man.
but I
Uh,
mean, like you can see it coming. It's so stupid, but. I mean, so like Daka zombie that's fine. Like they, or whatever other thing. Like who knew that Fennec Lead was gonna kill Lord Vader? I
right.
mean, I guess we'll see. But we'll see if that becomes. I wouldn't be surprised. I think there are enough high value counters to Lord Vader now. I think they're gonna have to do something. Actually, I think they're gonna have to
Right.
change. They're gonna have to change something about him, but that all being said, that's neither here nor there.
Mhm.
Uh, how can you not know
Well,
that Executor gets countered by? It's like people aren't even using crazy comps. They're not like, hey, Echelon with Home One, let's do it. Oh, look at that, I'm beating Executor. It's like you have 7 ships to test, like 7 combinations, like,
yeah.
and you can't beat Executor on your end. So the player base is like, I guess I'll just try a really basic thing, and oh, I'm winning. Okay.
Well, I'm like so this is the thing that I don't get. And normally, if I think if this was a character like the Fennec thing, I could see past it a little bit.
Hmm.
Just because there's so many characters and
Right.
squads to test, like there's no way they're gonna catch them all. Um, but
It's like Pokemon.
yeah, I paused because I heard. Never mind.
Okay.
But like with ships, there's only so many fleets that you can possibly come up with, and why would you not test this against your meta defining ship right now? Like that's what I don't understand.
I so I know that they have to test. They can't just like write
Oh,
rules and ship it.
they have to
You know,
test.
people are like, oh, we're CG's testing ground, and I mean, so it's true to an extent because they can't stress test it the way the community can.
Hmm.
But they go through a ton of different testing phases, and so it takes months to develop characters, and this just seems so ridiculous to me that how could no one come up with these counters
I don't get it.
I could have figured it out. Like
And like,
I didn't spend the time to, but like this isn't rocket science.
well, and like I know people were saying like you need a Relic 7 first order officer for it and like all this whatever stuff. I'm like, we know because they did that speed GAC with you and other content creators, we know that they can build an environment where you have whatever Relic character you need on
Sure.
characters.
Hmm.
So that's not even an argument for them to be like, oh, well, my first order officer is only Relic, whatever in the testing. Like, we know you can do it.
Yeah. This is super discouraging to me because like what are they gonna do? Are they like traditionally they've always just buffed the character
Hmm.
who like needs a touch up because I mean candid to CG in my opinion this is a good thing they do. They don't usually nerf characters. That's why it was so traumatic as a community when they went and they're like, hey, you know all those characters you're using to butcher our galactic legends, like cut it out, and
Right.
like we're gonna chop their legs off. Literally. And Vader's like, Obi-Wan already did that, but okay, I'll take another one. Um, but otherwise, like all the other, like Watt everyone was really sad about this, including
Mhm.
myself. Like the Watt one, looking back, I almost wish that they hadn't done it to Watt the most. Like he's the one that is the most interesting to me that they changed. Like being able to plug and play, do
Mhm.
defense, ignore it would be really nice. But anyways, that's neither here nor there, really. I just they nerfed us once, and otherwise they haven't done that for a really, really, really long time. But are they really going to buff Executor?
I mean, what do you do here? You either buff Executor or you nerf a ship you just put out.
That people spend a lot of money for.
Yeah, people went nuts for the ship.
Yeah, like I don't remember the money I spent for Executor. I remember the money I spent on Echelon.
Right.
So, I guess I don't know. I just maybe they'll change Executor too. They'll just tweak it so that they can't perfectly mirror each other. Did you know someone got a 74 on my Executor? I have a Relic 9 Piet with all the you know all the
Mm-hmm.
upgrades. The guy I was facing didn't have much like I don't know if he had more relics on his ships actually on his fleet. It maybe
Mm-hmm.
like one or two, but you know, he got a 74 in the mirror match on me.
Which is ridiculous.
Like
Mm-hmm.
pretty soon we're just going to be able to ignore fleet if as long as we have the right ships. So I don't know if that's what CG wants. There's lots of things they don't know, seem to know what they want, include about ships at least.
Right. Yikes.
Anyways, I know ships are your most favorite thing, and mine too.
Oh yes.
Totally. So, what do you say we change the topic and do what you want to do? Speed GAC real quick.
Yeah, let's do it. Real quick. That's why it's speed GAC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh
You want to go first? You want me?
you pick.
You know what? You went first the last couple times.
You wanna go first?
I guess.
Alright. Tell me when you're ready.
Gosh, these notes I took are not helpful.
I know. I can see them. They're not helping me either.
All right. I think I'm ready.
Alright. So in 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so my first match was against a guy in Maw, the biggest Maw guild, and he's the guy who beat me the most recently in the group right before. We got paired again because we had the same record, and so we got the same skill. And anyways, I cleared him, but not super duper efficiently. He ended up being really efficient against me until he met my Night Sisters, who slapped him in the face and smote him. And I ended up winning by like 8. So thank you, Night Sisters. That was amazing. The next one is against Ma as well. He put he put 3 Galactic Legends in the back, and I couldn't clear one of them. He couldn't clear one of mine. I ended up being more efficient and won. I was in the finals against Blade Baka, who's a great theory crafter, one of my patrons, really, really good player, and I couldn't imagine that he had a Lord Vader team with Maul in the back, and so when I got to the back, I didn't have any counters for the team that he had there, which was Lord Vader with Maul, and so I lost.
Stop.
That was pretty close.
You were close. I thought you were gonna do it.
No, that was going to be the end, anyways. That was I just ended it on a weird inflection.
Wow. How convenient.
Uh huh. It was. I agree. So, hey, yeah, 2-1. 2-1 is the new 3-0.
Right.
But
Sure.
what's 3-0 the new one of now? Because some people go 3-0 these days.
Some
Still,
people do go 3-0 these days. Hmm.
I don't really like those people because I haven't gone 3-0 for a long time. I just like perpetually go 2-1, which is fine actually. I like that level. Like at least I'm still have a winning record, but yeah, I haven't gone 3-0 for a while. So why don't you do your speed GAC, Sarah? You can tell us how close you got to 3-0.
All right. Tell me when you are ready.
All right, in 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so the first guy I faced had 5 Galactic Legends. And sometimes he sets all of them, and sometimes he sets none of them. So I had no idea what he was going to do. And I gambled and figured he was going to set all of them, which is exactly what he did. I cleared his top and everything in the bottom except for Lord Vader, and he was super not efficient on my he went bottom and couldn't get through. So I ended up winning. Anyway, second one, he had 4 Galactic Legends. I one-shot his entire board and just kind of sat and waited. He failed on my Ray and then quit. And then the final match, I actually didn't scout him because I didn't have any time to. And he had 5 Galactic Legends, and I just kind of let my defense roll over. Whoops. But I ended up doing some off-meta stuff on his C team, and then just clearing except for one team, and he got stuck on my executor and wasn't as efficient as I was. So I won. So I won 3-0.
Stop. Good job. You went 3-0 and you won.
Yeah.
SPGAC, you're on a roll, Sarah.
Whew.
Need to send someone to go break your Canadian legs.
Rude.
Wow, that got violent.
Yeah, that escalated very quickly. Yeah. Oh, and then because I went 3-0, I ended up promoting back to Kyber 1.
That's fancy. I was chasing you. My alt went 3-0.
No.
I wanted, and if you had lost that last one, we'd be within 20 skill points of each other.
Yee.
But then you won. And actually, I'm super happy for you.
It's okay. I'll be back in Kyber 2 soon.
Maybe we'll pass each other. Maybe I'll take your spot.
Oh, that would be so rude. Oh,
Totally.
man.
Yep. Not okay.
No. All right. Do you want to look at this pack? Is that what we want to do next?
Sure. You know what I just realized?
What?
I should have put the little thing on Speed GAC.
Well.
All right. Here, pack review. Let's go review that pack.
Cool.
Whoa.
Whoa. I didn't know you already had it up.
That's what she said. All right, so. All right, this is the. Here, I'll back out real quick. This is the Superior Relic Toolkit bundle. It's not the Mega Relic Toolkit bundle. It's the Superior one. Someone asked me to do this, and we didn't have a plan, so we're like, all right, let's go. Right. So what do you think? It's $100 US. What's it in Canada?
140.
Money well spent. So, what do you think of this pack, Sarah? Like at first glance, what were your thoughts? You pay $100, 140 for you.
At first glance, I would not buy it.
Why not?
I would like more in it for $100.
This seems so. It just seems so insubstantial.
Yeah, like I only get 30 Zin Biddles. Those are the most pain in the butt things next to laptops or whatever. But you're only giving me 30 of them?
Yeah, it doesn't seem good to start with. And it's like 3,000 crystals, yay. So
awesome.
All right, so we did the math before this, guys. Some pretty ghetto math. But what we ended up doing is, so Sarah, you agree with me that that the spending money on especially these bottom 2 relic things it's not great.
Yeah, you don't need to do that.
Right. Especially like you get hollow projectors really easily, farming from a lot of different places. You can get this one from Guild Store really easy. Like these 2 are really easy. These other ones I am always tempted to spend money to spend crystals on, but I think you can avoid this. So we kind of separated the 2 categories.
Yeah.
And we also separated the 2 more common or easy to farm relic mats or whatever signal data. So if you count the crystals, obviously, and we're ignoring the credits as well. If you count the crystals, the Zin Biddles, the Electrium, and the flawed signal data.
Right.
Those combine to, if you're just going for sheer crystals, those combine to be 14,050-ish. 14,000, approximately.
So that's if you're buying it out of the store. Like, that's not doing some crazy math for drop rates and whatnot. That's if you just buy the Zin Biddles.
So straight up value, if you're just, if you're discounting a lot of these things, then it's 14,000 crystals, which is less than what you get in a
Well,
Vault. Yep. But here's the fake value though. Here's what kills me. So the bronzium coils or wiring, whatever you call them, I would love like 275 seems really nice, but if you spend crystals on them, like this comes out to be right around 5,000 crystals
right.
just for these if you bought them in shipments. Or I mean, you can get them from gear for, I don't know, it's not free exactly, but it just takes time. And the same with the carbonite things. This is actually something I do spend crystals on, actually, sometimes. So if you add those together and you add the green and the gray signal data,
Yeah.
then it ends up being an enormous amount of crystals. Like that, those alone are going to be,
I think it took it to 24,000.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. So
something like that when we did the math of 24,000 crystals.
yeah. So I guess that's just the thing is this actually worth it? I think if you do the fake math that they want you to do, then yeah, certainly like 2 million credits are worth a ton of crystals as well. But like no one needs 2 million credits for crystals, not usually.
Right. Yeah.
So
I don't know. I feel like I would be more inclined if it had like 60 Zinbiddles and 150 blue signal data. Then I'd be like, sure.
yeah, well, me too.
Maybe not sure right away, but I definitely wouldn't have looked at it and be like, no.
Yeah, I'm like, could they just remove the left column and just add as much Zinbiddle and Electrium as I want,
Right?
and then call it good? That's or like an equal crystal amount to those. That's what I would want. I think. So here's the thing: if you spend crystals on everything here already, this is an amazing deal. If this is something that you always spend crystals on, you buy Zinbiddles, you buy Electrium, you're impatient, you're a Kraken, you just want your stuff. This is way more value than shipments.
Right.
If you're a little more selective and a little bit more patient, then this erodes pretty quickly. This isn't something I would spend money on, and I do spend a decent money every month.
Right.
A decent money, a decent amount.
A decent money. Yeah.
Money's decent.
Well, and I feel like there's just so many other ways to get, like, especially that left-hand column. You don't need to be spending crystals on that stuff.
No.
So
I agree. All right. So guys, go to Sarah's channel. We're going to see you over there. We'll do viewer questions and a roster roast, and Sarah's going to continue to be mean. It's going to be a good time.
it is.
All right. See you over there. Hit the sub button when you get over there. And hit the sub button here if you haven't already.
Yeah.
Damn it all.